piping ceremony, which I think we can just do completely.
You just want to do
I'll
without.
turn these down.
No, I work out.
That's good.
It's a good one. It's a good bicep. It's a lot lighter than my 30 pounds. I tried my actual shoes, but I was like, no, I like the tweeter. I'm originally from so, but I've lived here 5 years, or 6 years. So,
I have a person who used to.
what's that? Yep. From, so right on the coast. 7 hours up the line up along here. That's an hour.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I do.
I am.
This is our signature event.
I did that. I put that up a second ago.
Basically the anniversary of our.
What are you talking about, Carl?
I know nothing. I know nothing.
I'm not able to grab anything. Go.
I've been here for 15 years.
Oh.
Classic 2023 Finals. Hold your shots. Just first want to thank Sarah, Emily, and all of the fantastic volunteers for putting on a great spiel. Want to thank the out-of-towners for coming from 19 different clubs. Want to thank the Triangle Curling Club folks from coming and filling in the spots, and all the curlers. Congratulations for making it this far. Thank you, JB, for piping. The finals, everybody wants to know, will be timed. We've added plus 10 minutes. So that's our timing protocol. There will be an extra end if necessary, no skip rocks. And to the Viper.
Viper! Sponsor Bob, good luck.
All right, welcome everybody. As John said, this is the finals of the 2023 Carolina Classic. Thanks for tuning in. Trevor Gow here in the booth with Zakai Siegel. Thanks for joining me, Zakai, and we're going to get underway with our practice slides, and then we'll be off. We have 2 streams going right now, so if you want to watch the full 4-sheet view, you can find that on our YouTube page, youtube.com/trianglecurling. Click on the live tab if you don't see it there. Our featured game today is on its own stream, Just Sheet B, featuring the A event final. Also available at youtube.com/trianglecurling. In our A event, we have 2 teams that are the last undefeated teams facing off against each other for the championship. So throwing the red rocks, we have a team from Nashville, skipped by Rami Cohen. Third, Mike Lopakinski. Second, Chris Elliott. And lead, Derek Graff. Again, they're from Nashville Curling Club. And then throwing the yellow rocks, we have a triangle team skipped by Nick Miles, vice Adric Olson, second Chris Wishart, lead Howard Sider.
Chris's rocks.
Lead rocks are underway here at the 2023 Carolina Classic A event finals. Thanks again for tuning in, and we hope to bring you some good curling. We will be monitoring the chat every now and then, so if you want to give some feedback or say something to your friends, feel free. And Zakai, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey there. I'm Zakai. I've been curling at the Triangle Curling Club for a couple years now, minus the gap that we all had to experience. But I'm really happy to be here. There's been a lot of really fantastic curling this whole weekend long. And I'm really excited to see this final match between Team Miles and Team Cohen. All right, we're just setting up our initial stones. Looks like Team Cohen getting an initial control over the house.
curling. All right, just top 8, guys. Just top 8.
But always that first end, you know, the skips have to take a little bit of time to learn the ice. Ice is always a little bit different, end to end, game to game.
Nice draw there. It's still visible edge on edge. Likely to see a easy hit here.
Yes! Yep, yep, yep!
He was over curling a little bit. He's going to take that guard out and roll in.
Sweepers tried to hold that line. Does leave that Yellowstone open.
Yeah, and I just now remembered there's a rule called the free guard zone.
I don't want to do this.
And they're
Or do
not
you
allowed
want
to
to
hit those
start?
guards until the,
You can do that.
what is it, sixth round.
The first 5 stones as guards have to be kept. They can't be knocked out of play.
So that one comes back.
And the shooter was removed.
Patrick, go ahead. Are you doing hard? Gonna come here? No roll. Yeah, come on. Good shot. Great shot, Chris.
Nice double hit there. Team Miles.
Sorry, Zakai. That really helps out clearing the center. You've got hammer. You want to keep that center open, especially for the last couple shots at the end. So that was a really nice job by
Give me backline.
Wishart, I believe.
Absolutely. Opened up the house.
Now with those center guards gone, Team Cohen from Nashville, they're going to look to use this rock touching the forefoot as backing. If they can make it nice, it would be really good. Curl a little bit more here. They don't want to bounce.
They got to rest on the inside to be shot. Oh, there you go. There's that bounce you were talking about.
Yeah,
So
any
they
bounce there leaves it open for a hit. It's pretty automatic.
Nice. We aren't. We're just going here. Give me this. Come on, Mark. Yeah. Howard.
Might be a little wide here.
Hard.
Trying to get a little extra curl out of this rock.
Hard for Pete.
They'll get the hit, but the shooter is going to roll out as well.
And I think that's an okay result. It keeps that center open once again. That freeze is really, really tough.
Again, yeah, Team Cohen will get a chance to tuck a rock in against the yellow. They have to be inside the forefoot to make sure that they're shot. But the only guards in play are there on the right.
Yes.
Hoping this rock will slow down a little bit. It's a little bit heavy. Ends up in the back of the house.
Top house. Going right back. Run back normal.
You can either go here.
An opportunity to put a lot of pressure on Team Cohen right now by putting another one in the house. They could go behind their guard, of course, if you don't make it good, you make that double easier. So it looks like Miles is electing to call something to the other side of the house to make to a little bit safer, but also a pretty good shot at getting your 2 points with hammer.
It'll make a difficult decision for Team Cohen. They can try to remove one of these stones, but that'll leave them wide open.
We don't leave. Always curling. Okay. Yes! Just a tiny piece of the egg. That's really good.
Gotta move it. Gotta move it. Gotta keep it moving.
Okay.
Gotta keep it moving.
Nice, Edric.
All the way,
Excellent
guys.
shot
Come on. Gotta keep it moving.
from Miles' third, Adric Olson.
Puts Team Miles shot 1 and 2.
Now the ideal shot here is a hit and roll way over, maybe sit on top of the shot rock.
Ooh, that's a big roll. It's coming in with a lot of weight. We'll see if it can make it all the way across the sheet.
Pretty good.
And there it goes. They're sweeping it. They want to get as far over as possible.
Not quite enough roll, but
Still an excellent attempt.
very nice shot.
Can't go this way. We're just going to end up back behind T. That's fine. All right, I don't mind it if we get this, but I don't want to get... I'm worried about the dead jam. Let's do control.
You like this? Normal or what? Yeah, normal. Nice and slow here.
Just easy.
Okay, home. Whoa! Not yet. Close. Close.
Chris!
Good shot.
All right, attempting to take out this shot red.
Hard all the way.
I don't want to know.
They're sweeping to hold that line.
Fault, Patrick.
Ooh, get the hit and actually remove their own yellow in the process.
Yeah, and that's kind of a huge miss because it also leaves that shot rock wide open. And this is how the force comes into play.
Yeah, there's at least 2/3 of that rock visible from the hack.
Probably
And-
not much risk of a steal here just because that yellow is protected a little bit. It's going to be maybe impossible to get an inside roll, but force is most likely outcome, it seems.
It'll be interesting to see what happens if this yellow is removed. That'll leave Team Cohen sitting potentially 3, depending on where this shooter ends up.
Here. Line's good. Go. Now, go hard. You got it, dude. Go.
They got to get around these
All the
guards.
way. All the way. All the way.
Got to avoid the jam here too.
You see it?
And they do.
Nicely done. Again, that same problem though. The shot rock is exposed.
Pretty simple hit and stick here to take your 1.
Inside the room, real tight. Go, 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 go! Go hard!
Might be able to set something up for later in the set.
A lot of weight, Howard, you gotta go. I mean, a lot of line, whatever. You're never getting it back.
All right,
You can
first
try, and
rock.
I'd love it if you did, but you're never getting there.
From Skip of Team Miles.
That's all right.
Looking to get rid of that shot red. It's got to come over. Oh, Doesn't get over enough. Leaves that red stone right where it is.
So just a couple of misses, and the tune of this end has really changed from, you know, possible 2 or even 3 from Team Miles to it's looking like a good chance for a steal at this point if they can throw a nice card. Team Cohen can throw a nice card.
Something right there at the front of the 12-foot. Just to the right of the center line. Would be very, very difficult for Team Miles to remove that shot red. And let's see if they can execute.
Always push. Always push. One. Get going. Get going. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shoot 3. Get there. Get there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you think? Okay. Gotta fall.
The penultimate stone for end number 1.
Yes, bring it. Sweep.
Sweepers are leaving it alone.
We're on ours. Sweep. I know.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little
Way
heavy. Ooh, ends up splitting. The red's in the house. But that house
sort of
is
a get out
wide
of
open.
jail free card for Team Miles there. So the force is back on the table, but they're happy with that based on what could have happened there.
But they've got to make this happen. Another flash, and that would be 3 points for Team Cohen. They want to hit and make sure that shooter sticks around. So this is a 4-point shot to start this game.
Yeah, yes. Yes, hard.
Sweepers on it right away.
Yes.
They want to hit it right on the nose. They're going hard. Nice clean hit. And Team Miles is able to hold on and pick up 1 point to start this game.
Very nicely done. So 1-0 to Team Miles going with the hammer in the second end. Let's get you a quick update on the rest of the games happening. Starting out on sheet A. Zakai, you want to go over this?
Sure. Well, we can see end number 1 is wrapping up. There is a single stone left to be thrown over on sheet A between teams Osteen and Henning.
You guys, line's good.
Over on sheet C, we can see that Team Honeyman has taken a 2-point lead over Team Halliday. And they've just started end number 2. And over on sheet D, we see Team Buffington taking a 1-0 lead over Team Chang.
We'll get you an update on that sheet A as soon as they're finished with the first end.
Faster.
Back to the final match. End number 2 just getting started. Teams setting up their initial guards. And red going a little deep, ending up in the back of the 12-foot. This will give Team Miles a chance to get set up. Hopefully, they're looking for 1 in the house and 1 guard.
Lots of room.
All weekend I've just been thinking, you know, those lead rocks are so important. Use that free guard zone. It's a benefit, and if you don't use it, then you don't get that benefit. So,
Well, yeah, it really gives you an opportunity to choose a section of the house that you want to have protection, that you want to play to your strengths. We have
Nice draw from Howard Sider. It's about half protected by that guard, which I'm always happy with a half bury because it means that it's going to be really hard to take out while keeping the shooter, and you certainly can't take out and bury the shooter.
And very nice that it rests in front of the tee line. If they just come up and rest on it, they're not, Team Cohen is not going to be shot. They have to get that stone out of the way if they're going to take over the house. They're coming in. It looks like they might hit off this guard. And they do. We get a bit of a split. It does open up the middle of the house.
2-3.
Again, I think Cohen is perfectly happy with that result.
85.
Having hammer, you want to keep the center open.
Absolutely.
Why the touch wide? Backing? Where?
Everyone is already just go.
How heavy? Good backing.
And a quick update on sheet A. They finished their first end. And it looks like red scored 1, so that's Henning up 1-0 over Team Osteen.
Go under.
Osteen from Potomac, Henning from Triangle Curling Club.
Well, guard going a little bit deep ends up being second shot. And that is going to leave the shot rock open. If you hit that just to the right of nose, you could even roll in just behind the yellow that was just thrown. Sweepers on trying to push that stone to get it to curl in. But it's going to hit on the outside and split those two stones out. Shooter rolling out. Both yellows remain.
Sounds good.
All right. I think we can get it
They
this
just
way.
didn't get enough curl on that rock to hit it on the inside.
1-2 on that one.
Yep. All right. Whoa. Right here.
I'd love a 3. Just Atrix Rock.
Team Miles looking for the guard.
You don't want to back to center if we can help. No. I don't want it to overthrow.
Skip likes it where it is.
That's a tie for it. It's not looking for it.
It's a nice guard, but it does leave that draw path open in the center. It might give Team Cohen a little bit of an out. I know it's early in the end right now, so they might not look at it at this moment, but it could be their out to make sure they don't give up a big steal.
True, they could go the route of just trying to place one of their own stones in and take shot position. In this case, it looks like they want to get rid of some of those front guards. Maybe run something back if possible. Ooh, very close to taking out the back yellow. But instead, they just end up peeling the guard. Still, it opens up the full right side of the house.
Even drawing unders, combined. Combined.
Both of these stones are roughly equidistant from the button. So Team Miles has to choose how they want to play this, how they want to defend the house.
This side was saying a little quicker. I think so. Not saying. Yeah. 1, 2. Two's good. Two's good. Take a look, guys. Take a look. Oh. 1.5. 1.5. On its own. Really good. Very good.
There's a really nice guard. Team Miles. So that whole draw path on both sides is really closing up for Team Cohen. They're going to have to get some rocks in play here or start making some doubles.
There's a potential wide draw towards the back yellow. But it looks like, I think, as you said, they want to clear up space in the middle.
Oh, nearly grabs that double.
Maybe
Just
more of a
a
true
single.
4-4 or
Off
5
the
now.
shooter, so it is opened up.
Problem is my 4 and 5
Miles
really.
gonna try to put that rock right back where it was.
Yeah, Team Miles absolutely happy to trade stones 1-to-1 with the house as it is.
Stay close. Mine is done.
Touch forward. 2, 3. Good way. Nothing now. I need a little.
Come on, guys. Keep
Well,
Keep dragging it. Keep dragging it.
easier run back, baby.
A little bit deeper than the last one, but still does cut off that line a little bit more.
Yeah. All right. Over the draw. Yeah.
Okay, let's remove it again.
All right. That would be bad.
And once again, looks like Team Cohen looking to remove those guards.
The call here may be the run back,
John!
which
Oh, we lost.
Right, you remove the guard, and then if you get the run back, you get the run back. This one hitting it a bit of an angle, actually sending that yellow spinning towards the button instead of away from it.
I think that's okay. That red in the back was never going to help you. The center is now open from 2 different directions. So I think that was actually a nice little accident, getting that second guard out of the way for a second draw path. If they should need it.
You threw a 95. Yes, absolutely.
Team Miles currently sitting 3 stones, counting in the house. And once again, I think they just want that same guard.
The rock in the top 8 is certainly their most valuable rock right now. So they just want to protect it. Like I said, it does leave this intern draw path open for red.
They have a couple of options. They can try for a hit and roll off that middle yellow on the right. They have raise options off the left. Could be a plan B raise if they want to draw down the left side. Looks like they are going for the hit.
If this is made well, there's certainly a potential for a deuce.
That's plenty of line. John! John, it's coming! John, it's coming! Keep going! Hard! 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 Hard!
Running a little bit wide there, so shooter's going to spill out to the right. Yellow sitting 2 without hammer here in the second end.
I think the miss is like here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right there.
So we have 2 stones left to be played here in end number 2.
Yeah, I mean, if the line's good, 2's okay. Yeah, they don't have anything else. Yeah, the 2's got to be further out. Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, I tried out of I just don't hurt. So I'd rather you. I love it too. If I'm a little heavy more, bring it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll try. I don't want to.
So I didn't see the positioning on this. Are they looking to just plug that gap? Or do you think they actually want to draw this one in and be sitting through?
I think there's nothing wrong with coming in and sitting 3 here. Cut down the scoring area even a little bit is fine. Fight that top 4.
All they have to do is sit full 12, and it kind of does both. It blocks the line and can be a potential score.
You don't ever need to go. I think we gotta, no, you never go. You never go.
Supposed to get around the guard, and it does. And it's going a little deep, but
it did sail a little deep, but you know, it curled too, so it's fully guarded by that center guard. Of course, I think Cohen can get to it.
If they can follow that same line,
with about back 8 weight maybe,
they might be able to push that Yellowstone just enough to take one here.
I think Miles had plenty of room around the center guard with that draw, so you should be able to cut it a little bit tighter, throw a little bit more weight, and get your one.
Mm-hmm. Even if they just come up and rest on it, that still cuts Team Miles down to 1. But they have to do something, because right now, Miles is sitting 3 stones. And Cohen only has the hammer left to turn this end around for him.
There you go.
All right, here comes the draw.
Hard for line, hard for line, hard for line. Push it. Normal.
They're coming around the guards. And can they get deep enough?
No, they can't.
Oh, rolls
on top.
all the way to the back, cuts Team Miles down to 2. But not the result they were looking for. That is correct. That'll put the score at 3-0. Team Miles taking an early lead in the final match of the 2023 Carolina Classic. Looking at our other sheets over on sheet A,
Lots of room.
we see Team Osteen and Henning wrapping up
Lots of room.
their second end. We see Team Honeyman extending their lead over Team Halliday by taking another point, going to 3-0 over on sheet C. And it looks like on sheet D, Cheng and Buffington just finished their second end as well and are starting their third. We will update you on the score when it is posted.
Thanks for the nice notes, Steamboat Curling. Wrote a nice comment for us, appreciate it. And it's cool that you're watching all the way from Colorado. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
And back to our main event.
And just a quick reminder, or if you didn't hear us at the beginning of the game, we are running 2 streams right now. So if you're watching the stream that has all 8 houses, that's showing all 4 of our final events simultaneously. We're also running a second stream that just features Sheet B, which is our feature matchup for the A event finals of Team Miles versus Cohen. You can find both streams by going to youtube.com/triangle curling. Click on the live tab and you should see them both there. Our commentary is going to be mostly focused on that feature game on Sheet B.
Yeah, but we're going to do that anyway. It doesn't need help.
And thanks again for tuning in.
There we go. Yeah, go ahead. Here, put it underneath. Yeah.
We do have a score update for you on Sheet D. Team Chang has taken their deuce in the second end, giving them the lead 2-1 over Team Buffington from Pittsburgh. We're getting underway in the third end on our feature sheet here. No guards up, but we have some high rocks in the house.
All the way.
Miles happy to play it a little bit cleaner, being up by 3 over Team Cohen. Nice run back.
Nice run back. Doesn't quite get a second yellow out of the house, but still an excellent shot.
They leave the shooter, so red has 2 in the house. They're currently sitting shot.
Good with this?
That was an excellent outcome.
Yes, 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 yes,
To
yes.
lead Derek Kraft with that shot.
All the way up to it.
Control?
Yeah, control.
Fewer stones sitting in front of the house this end, so we might see a heavy takeout end. In end number 3 here.
Yes, 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 yes. I think it's got plenty of room. Yep, go.
Bit of a hit and roll. Will they get it all the way over, though? Not undercover, but still a good result.
Yeah, it's about edge on edge. Really makes that hit and roll very tough shot.
I like that.
Team Cohen with a chance here for a hit and roll of their own. They can tuck in behind the guard.
Press. All the way. Whoa. Yep.
Ooh, over curling onto their own red. And that pushes it all the way out the back.
Come on. Good guard.
I'm okay with that. We could also go here. I don't hate that either.
I like the guard.
All right. 2.
Otherwise,
Team Miles with a chance to play defense. Put up some protection for their shot rock.
Don't like a center guard. Body on way. Sorry.
Yep. Okay. I just wanted dead center. I think we're going to have plenty of curl. No. Don't push. We're not going to be on the outside. Yeah, I'm fine with
Not wanting to sweep this stone, but it is over curling and coming center.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's not loaded at least.
Can you see all of it?
I heard a comment, oh, it's not loaded at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, what that means is, you know, if you hit that top yellow, it's going to go straight onto the red and send it in a certain direction. And if it's loaded up, that red would be aimed right at the yellow shot rock. So they think it's not loaded. In other words, if you hit that top yellow, that red is going to squirt across the top of the shot rock.
So instead they're just going to come around on the outside. Hit that yellow, but the yellow in the back left catching it.
Well, you gave me a little more burn than last, but was I
Keeping those 2 yellows in the house. Shooter peels out.
Anywhere from like 4 to 6 is fine.
Once again, it looks like Cohen is going to have to be playing a little bit of catch up here. They're happy to have those guards out front, even though they're in the center.
Let's try and get some curl.
Miles going to try to go around those guards and beat them to the center of the house.
Mine's pretty good. Chris? Chris, hard. Hard, Chris. Hard, Chris. Yes, line. Hard line. Hard line all the way. You got it. Come on. Hard line. Come on. You got it.
Curling sweepers are on it.
And they get around. Ooh, a little bit of contact.
I know, I heard you.
So they're not going to get into the house with that one.
That's okay. Better than heavy. I know.
Chance for Team Cohen
Mike.
to take control of the house.
Whoa. Yeah, hard Mike. Hard Mike. Yes, Mike.
That was so close to being a nice double.
Just a little bit wide. Takes out one yellow, but they really wanted that stone to stick. You know, I don't blame him for trying to get rid of some of these yellow rocks. Letting yellow stones build up is a recipe for disaster.
Line's pretty good. Touch more
A chance for a draw here.
Where are we? Yeah. Line.
Always pushing.
Yeah, if they're choosing to go down the left, so if they're narrow, they might be able to get the raise. Looks like that's what they're going to do. Yellow to yellow. Very nice result.
Very nice result. So Cohen has some thinking to do at this point. Do they want to get rid of those center guards? Do they want to try to come on top and freeze to the yellow? Unfortunately, a draw to outcount that yellow is going to be a pretty tough shot at this point.
Agreed. Looks like they're looking to get rid of the center guards. One rock should be able to do both.
Curling a lot. Keep going, guys.
If that red sticks around, that's okay. Really just want it off the center line along with that yellow.
Well, it's coming a little wide. Can they push it over enough? End up hitting just the red, and both will spill out. Well, all red rocks removed from play. Team Miles not complaining.
I'll make sure I get the ice right. Yeah.
Plenty of ice.
Bring it in here. Okay.
So they're going to call another guard
Well, the
here.
problem with going that way, right, is you never
Make it
get
really, really difficult to get under that shot rock. Also going to close off the draw path a little bit, make a draw to the 4-foot more difficult as well.
Okay, so you're going right up there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Something just on the right side, in line with those other two guards.
Double guard's fine.
That'll force some very narrow gaps for Cohen to try to shoot for. But no, they're going down the left side.
But all the way hard. All the way hard.
Quite quick, though.
Might be a situation where if they end up with the guard, it's a guard, and they're fine with it. And if it ends up in the house, it's more points.
Okay, I see that. I don't want to split this. Howard. Come on, bud. Come on. All right. Yes. You're doing an
They're
excellent job.
on target to hit their center yellow. Going another raise.
If it was there in the first place, it definitely took away the in-turn draw through that port.
Absolutely. I'm not sure there's enough room for them to hit that stone with enough weight to get both of them.
Looks like they are lining up a multiple rock situation here.
Possibly a run back triple if they're getting rid of all of them would be very difficult, but there is a path for them to at least move those rocks off center and open up the house again.
So Rami Cohen skating down for his first of two skip stones.
They are running out of stones to work with, though. If they want to get some points this end, they need to open up the house right here so that they can make something happen with hammer.
A little bit narrow on this release. Sweepers are on it.
Really good.
Ends up peeling both guards.
Interesting.
The center rocks remain. Yellow still sitting 3.
So they're talking about hitting that red. There's a discussion there. Personally, I think you ignore the red. Yellow's sitting 3 right now, just barely, but they are sitting 3.
There's a draw path to the 4-foot over on the right. I would put a guard up on that side.
No, it doesn't make sense. I don't want to be like over dead center. Oh, I agree. Yes. I think I like I mean, if you're anywhere on that line and he has to come down late at it.
But they're not concerned with it.
We've seen this side over curl a couple of times.
There we go. There we go. We got it.
Here comes the final rock for Team Miles and number 3.
Howards, if anybody.
Go! Sweep it!
Yeah, sweep. Yep. Yes. Yep. Switch. Whoa. No, you're fine.
And they get themselves a center guard.
Yep, and it's certainly over curled. So you have 2 options. You just a straight draw, or you can try the tap up. Personally, I would just go for the draw.
I'll try.
So
Yeah, the angle on the tap up is pretty difficult. Any sort of contact with the yellow, and you're just going to give them guaranteed that Team Miles gets points here.
just need full 4-foot here. As a skip, you like for this shot to be in your back pocket because it comes up quite often for a hammer.
The draw for 1.
You just got to put all of the stakes out of your mind and just make the shot.
Absolutely.
I feel like a good stake.
After the game.
You know, kid. It's not like a throw out of a hat. You know, like shit.
And here it is.
Little out.
Hammer from Team Cohen.
It's gotta touch it.
Draw to the 4-foot for 1.
Hard.
Sweepers on it, trying to get a little more distance. They needed curl right off the bat, so they didn't touch it. To have enough weight to get in, or at least out count some of the yellow stones. Gotta touch the white.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Oh, just not enough. It does out count 2 of Team Miles stones.
Overall, not a bad outcome.
So cuts them down to 1. Not the score they were looking for. So Team Miles will steal 1 and end number 3.
They're off to a great start in this final.
Absolutely. 4-0 after 3 ends. There is still a lot of curling left to go, though. Plenty of time for Team Cohen to make a comeback. Taking a look out at our other games over on Sheet A, we have Team Osteen taking a lead over Team Henning, 2-1 as they wrap up end number 3. Over on Sheet C, Team Halliday on the board, scoring in end number 3, but they still trail to Honeyman, 3-1. And over on Sheet D, Team Cheng still over Team Buffington 2-1 as they just finished up
Third down.
end number 3. Thank you.
Waiting for them to post that score
Straight, straight.
from the third end.
Straight all the way, John.
Be updated
All the way.
as soon as that happens.
All the way down.
Yes, I was hoping the score would go up right in the middle of my comments so I could make it a nice and easy
All the way down.
addition there, but unfortunately they kept me hanging. So
It's actually the most difficult job of a vice is to remember to put the score up.
I think let's do this.
anyone can hold a broom for their skip, but you've got to get that score up there.
Yeah, just easy control.
Let's switch the house back over. Sorry about that.
There we go. So end number 4 underway on our main event, the finals of the 2023 Carolina Classic.
In the house.
Team Miles trying to get rid of this red stone, and they do.
Guards are so important, especially if you're playing a team that is proficient at hitting. You put those first few rocks in the house, especially if you're trailing by a few points, they're just going to take them out automatically. You've got to get those guards up.
Another red going a little heavy. Will it even stick around? No, it won't. It's going to go all the way through. And we will not see that stone until end number 5.
Yes, John.
5-6.
Okay. Whoa.
Gives Miles a chance to put one stone in the house under guard.
Yep. Go fast. Stay line. Let it drop. What do you want to do? Normal or control? I don't know. Either one. Normal.
Go hard. Coming down. That's it. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line. We're on it. We're on it. Whoa. Little bump. Little bump. Little bump.
And not quite enough weight to get around. So instead, establishing guards at the top of the house. Whichever team can get a nice draw behind those guards is going to be in a great position.
We have a third end update for you on both sheet A and sheet D. In both cases, the yellow team stole 1 point, and the score is exactly the same on both sheets. 3-1 going to yellow, red with hammered. So on sheet A, that would be Team Osteen up 3-1 over Henning, and on sheet D, that is Team Chang up 3-1 over Buffington.
And on our main event, some excellent sweeping by Team Cohen, carrying that stone behind the guards. It's hanging out a little bit, but still
Yeah, I don't want to pick it.
in a pretty good position if they can defend it.
Just do like a board. I like board. Just nose, little inside.
Okay, well done. Now we're on line. Yeah, bro.
Interesting call from Miles here.
Just looking to get rid of the guard.
Making a play on the center guard with about board weight.
Well, they don't get the run back. But it does open up the gap in the middle by a little bit. There is an option to run down and thread the gap, which Team Cohen sees, and they immediately want to cover that up. Plugging that gap and biting the 12-foot.
Let's double it. That's the way. 3, 4, 5.
Good day, you know.
Yep, Carter.
Looks like pretty nice weight for this call here.
Oh, very nice, very nice. A little bit of the tick off the yellow. And there they go. 2 shots, 2 stones in the house.
We can't do both. No.
And that shot rock is well guarded.
Okay. I would rather throw more weight. If you roll out, that's okay, but I don't want it to overpower. John! No, normal. Let's do control then. All right, we get normal. No, they want to do control back here. I like it here. Okay, for control. Yeah, okay. It's easy.
Able to see good 3/4 of that red rock. Miles is coming in hot for it. They got to thread the gap.
Looks like it's over
But it's over curling.
again on this side. That's happened a few times.
Yeah, they're going to get the split. We'll see if either of those stay in the house. Rolling out on the left, but hanging on. Over on the right. Still a lucky break for Team Cohen right there. Gives them a chance to set up some more protection.
And I think we'll see some guard and peels for the next couple of rocks if they're made well. I'm happy to just keep those 2 protected. If they're really well lined up, they can both be guarded with a single rock.
Yeah, I feel like they can sit this just sitting off the center line. But oh, this stone is looking quite heavy. Ends up going all the way through.
Which way you want it? I think the intern. Okay.
So there's a double option here for Miles to once again take control of the house.
Yeah, that's fine. I just think we're going here. Okay. Unless
Not the easiest shot, but if you can get it on the nose, a little bit off, could potentially run back and get both.
How much are we throwing?
Either way, they're going to get rid of one.
I like here. I'm great with normal.
Why? We have 2 ways to make it. I know.
And if they do, that'll still cut Team Cohen down to just 1 stone in the house.
Howard!
Pretty close.
Ooh, a good hit, but just barely. Not enough to make contact with the shot red.
Going with a couple options here. Electing to play guard that's in the house. I've never been a fan of this strategy. The fact that it's in the house doesn't really help you much. So I would just go for a straight guard or try to split the house and get your 2 that way. Putting it in the house sets up the option for a double once again.
Let's see, they're going to bring it in. It's over curling. So not protecting the shot red.
You know, they could have also used that corner guard and tried to deliberately come behind it.
Right, if it had continued on that same trajectory, could have ended up under guard over on the left.
At this point, your goal is to get 2 points, and your worst enemy is a double takeout. So anything you can do to prevent that double, whether it's splitting a house or getting another one behind cover, or just throwing a guard that's you know, nice and high, those are your best options.
Instead, Team Miles with a chance to get a hit on this shot red.
Stay close.
This is the first of the skips rocks for end number 4.
Looks good.
Yes, yes, yes.
Just got to get around the guards. And it does. Nice nose hit.
Nice shot. Cohen's going to have the same thing. Take his 2 and cut the deficit in half.
All right, still 3 stones left in this end.
Right on top of it.
Does it feel like the skips get more rocks than everybody else?
That was happening to me all during the 10:30 draw. I kept just forgetting there's a few more stones in each end.
Apparently this is not him.
Not yet. So there's an opportunity here. If they can just get a nice little hit and roll,
Looks good. Yes, Wayne.
they can be shot with protection. It can be difficult for Team Miles to get them out of the house.
Gotta come back.
Let's see if they can do it.
The outside sweeper trying to push it in to get more curl.
It is hanging out there. They need to make some contact. Ooh, they only get a little bit. Pushing it under cover.
Nightmare scenario for Cohen. This could set up another really tricky draw for him.
Right here.
I kind of like the guard for heavy draw in.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you're Miles, you just put up a guard over on the right side. And hope for the steal.
Yeah, love it. Like seconds. Yeah, you know. We don't have to overthrow.
Outside. Right here. Stand there. Get it over. Get it over. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh my.
Chris's, if anybody's. Oh, it's good. You fall out of your slide. Get back here.
Looking for a guard. They just don't want this to cross center.
No goes. No goes here.
It is looking all right. Actually comes a little bit deep and ends up being the second shot.
Yeah, this is problematic. That was a bit of a miss for Team Miles.
Yeah,
if Rami Cohen can come down here and
get that double.
You just got to hit as much as you can see with a good normal way. You get a double, get your 2 that way.
That would be a great turnaround. And some much needed points for Team Cohen.
Yeah, I like that.
The 2023 Carolina Classic has a theme. The theme is First in Flight, so a few of our teams have named themselves after that theme, and Team Cohen is actually Team Wingman. So all of their shirts are the call signs from different characters in Top Gun.
I'll do normal with that ice.
Yeah. Up. Yeah, yes. Yes, come on. Get it over.
All right, here's the last shot for end number 4.
Looks like it needs to curl once again.
They really got to get more of that yellow, and it does not.
Yeah. Yep, go.
No contact. And that'll leave 2 points for Team Miles, putting the score at 6-0 at the halfway point. A difficult mountain to climb for Team Cohen to make a comeback here.
6 is not unheard of coming back from, but when you only have 4 ins to do it, that book is closing pretty quickly.
Okay, looks kind of quick.
Well, as they get underway with the 5th end, let's go ahead and update you on what's happening on the other sheets.
All right, we can see identical scores on sheets A and D as they wrap up end number 4 on each end. Still 3-1 Osteen over Henning, and 3-1 Chang over Buffington. Meanwhile, on sheet C, we see Team Honeyman really running away with it over Team Halliday. They are up 5-1 as they get into end number 5. They're the furthest ahead. They're actually halfway through end number 5.
I think it's starting to come off just a little bit.
And if you are just tuning in, you are watching the finals of the 2023 Carolina Classic. We are coming to you live from the Triangle Curling Club in beautiful Durham, North Carolina. Trevor and Zakai here in the booth, calling the shots for you as we get into the second half of the finals event.
Back to the action on sheet B, the A event, the featured sheet. Just saw a pretty nice draw by the Miles lead Howard Sider around the top house guard. And it looks like Rami Cohen is playing as much offense as he can right now by setting up 2 corner guards. And that's what you have to do when you're trailing by 6 in the 5th end.
All you guys
Need to get some stones in the house and keep them there.
That is a nice pair of corner guards, I gotta say.
Absolutely. Nice and even.
Right on the center. Yep.
We do have an update on sheet D. They just finished their 4th end with Red scoring 4 to bring them into the lead.
Oh, wow.
As far as you can, guys.
So that's 4 for Pittsburgh, skipped by Steve Buffington, and they're now sitting 5-3 over Team Chang. Team Chang is skipped by Henry Chang, and he's from the Highland Curling Club in Ontario. But everybody else on the team is from a different club, a couple of Triangle members, and then Samantha Ryan from the Orlando Curling Club. So we think they are the most geographically spread team at this event, spanning from Ontario all the way down to Orlando.
And there is proof right there that big comebacks are possible. Now Team Cohen trying to dislodge some of the stones set up by Team Miles. They're going to get rid of one of them and open up the house.
Yeah, just tight it down.
Steer. Yeah. Really like it on the hash mark.
Oh, actually, that Yellowstone hanging on.
John! Whoa! John! Mine's good. Feels hot. Four's not bad.
Team Miles contented to set up another guard.
Howard.
All they need is one stone to be shot and then guard all day long.
Patrick, a little bit.
This rock curling all the way
Yeah, that's good.
to the 4-foot.
That would look pretty close.
It curled just enough and went just far enough where I think that double is pretty much impossible. Gonna ignore the shot still for now. Cohen calling a backline hit on this this yellow. So leave it there and kind of sit under the cover of the yellow stone near the center.
Come on, push it! Go!
Whoa. Wait on me. Chris, yep.
There it is, draw behind that. Oh, that's right. Going in here.
Both, yep, wait. Yep.
Bump it. All right.
So they've got around the guard. Not quite enough weight to dislodge those yellows, but it can still tuck in.
Same kind of weight. If you're a guard, it's fine. Here's good. 4.
You know, any hit on that red is going to send that yellow peeling out the back.
Down to the top 4.
So you can definitely make use of that later on.
Let's call it a 3.
Yep.
Team Miles looking to protect their shot rock.
Lots of room. Gotta come off
The other
this guard.
thing is, you know, if it stays.
Line's pretty good, shaping up well. I'd really like it just back kissing center here.
I just want to let it die.
Okay. I think it's got plenty of curl.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it. All right.
This one might be a little heavy again. Might come all the way to the
No
house.
touchy.
He's making sure his sweepers stay off it.
No idea.
This is fresh line. Yeah, this is going to be really fun.
Really nice tight guard there. These tight guards are pretty difficult to draw around and completely bury, so it's a pretty good outcome for Miles.
It is.
Back to bumper. Gotta hit and move here. Maybe that'll hit this.
Cohen once again has to play a little bit of catch up here, so he's looking at the yellow run back into the red, have that red kill the yellow behind it, and this yellow should squirt out the side. Pretty close here.
Got to curl in.
Line's good. Just for weight.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
not what you want to happen here.
Bad angle for him.
Pin open perhaps, but with
There's,
all those guards up, it's going to be
there's a lot of guards and a lot going on in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to
No
get
more than
multiple
2.
points at this point with so many stones on the forefoot,
I mean, don't hog
it's
it.
really tricky for them to not just get to the button, but now they have to move those other yellows out of the way.
That was a good shot.
Right here.
That's 2.
Put it flat with that yellow. Little further out here. Just a 2.
Now let's see if your lead can actually.
Are we
Team
tapping
Miles
this?
looking to just keep building the
Are we
wall.
tapping this red? Alright, we're on the inside, so that's fine. No roll on the red.
I think we're coming across.
Roll the yellow.
Let's draw. You like drawing?
Late plan.
Little less ice.
Bit of a slip, but not
Yeah,
bad.
let's draw here.
There is a tap up here.
How much time? Off nose, barely.
No.
Nice thing about the tap up is you leave the shooter there and you have another tap up opportunity.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're good.
And with 3 yellows as backing, a lot of
Run back for the tap up.
All the way.
a lot of good options here.
Narrow on this run back.
And it's going to send the red.
Yes, they play. But I'm saying, what if we go this way?
I think you can.
Instead of careening into one of the yellows, it peeled off a bit too sharp.
You can roll off it with a tiny bit of weight.
I just like throwing the line that we've been throwing and not getting fancy.
What I'm telling you is I don't know that we can get there.
Okay, and I love going the other way.
I mean, because honestly, how is it?
4 stones left to be thrown. And number 5. Team Miles with a commanding 3 stones. Counting in the house.
Becoming a theme. Control.
Looks like he's calling another guard here. Based on where he tapped the ice, it seemed like he wanted one left of the center line as we're looking at it.
16 seconds, I think.
However, he may actually want to guard the red, which is a prime spot for another run back or tap back. I could have missed that gesture a little bit.
Well, whichever one they guard will be probably the shot that we see Team Cohen will go for the other one. So it's a matter of which shot do you think would be easier for your opponents to make, and then prevent them from having that opportunity. They're going to get a bit of a split on their own yellow.
Yeah, so they do actually end up guarding that that run back. They leave a little bit of a port to the second shot rock. We'll see if Cohen wants to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think that was actually a really good result. Covered the red guard to prevent the run back.
I would like if we can do it. I don't know if we have the room.
Now it looks like they're eyeing that right hand yellow. They can come through that port just like they're indicating, hit it on the inside, and roll in.
Go fast.
Go center.
You go normal. Right down.
Got a split center.
Can remove the yellow and then stay shot with backing.
2, 3. Yep, sweep it then. Yeah, come on, guys. Hard. Hard. Oh, here, it's heavy.
Well, instead, they're looking to curl in through the other gap, just to the left of center.
We tried to skinny this and just kind of pop it this way a little. Swing. Yeah, hard. Hard.
Ooh, tipping
Grab that.
tipping off the guard, but getting a lucky tap up, sending that center red up, not quite far enough to outcount those 3 yellows, but high enough to be of concern to Team Miles.
410. Yes, holy Bruce.
It's not there. Yeah, I think that's
wide open. Yeah, but this doesn't do, like, it makes this flash, they don't score.
Are you going to get
From down there, it looks a lot more scary. So it's here?
I'll go through the rock.
You didn't curl very much last time. I would like to take left, just a little left. You were, I mean, you were very heavy.
That's fine.
Okay. In that gap somewhere.
Team Miles still sitting 3. Hopefully they're just going to set up another guard.
Yes! Come on, guys! Come on! Okay.
Final stone from Team Miles for end number 5.
Switch. Now you're getting a move.
all the way across?
Whoa.
2, 3.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay.
So we're going to go with 49. One more.
Yeah.
Nicely guarded.
Good throw, Nick.
And that'll prevent any sort of run back raise on
the
that
hammer shot
red.
left here. You know, I think.
What do you think? How do they get in here?
I think there's a draw there, a draw right to the pin.
Through everything.
Through everything.
It is there. And you have backing, so you just tap that shot yellow the slightest amount, and you will be shot rock. It's a pretty narrow gap right there at the border of the 8 foot and the 4 foot. But now's the time. If they don't get it, 3 points potentially for Team Miles, which would put them up to 9. So at the very least, they need to cut this down. And for multiple ends now, Team Cohen in a situation like a 4-point swing based on this one stone.
It looks like they're lining up a hero shot. So.
Oh, they're going for a really long.
They want to take this corner guard and run it back, hit the inside of that yellow that's on the right, sort of doing around the world, and maybe get 2 points out of this. I don't think you'll have enough speed to get 3 points out of it.
All the way, guys. All the way, catch the top one. Just hit the top one. That's where we got to hit. Yeah.
All right. Let's see if they can make it happen.
I got half of it. Whoa,
good enough.
A very, very long raise.
Get it out. Do it.
We can see it.
But here we go.
Get it.
Want to try for it? Yeah. Hard, guys, hard, guys, hard. Hard.
Sweeper's trying to hold that line.
That's too dangerous. I'm going to here.
Oh.
Not good enough for the point, but that was fun to watch. Really good execution there.
Absolutely, they are. They're still debating it, but oh, they are calling it for the yellow. 1 point for Team Miles instead of 3. A really fantastic shot from a very difficult position. Managed to cut them down to 1 point.
Yeah. Okay. Still think of 3.
That gives us a score of 7-0 after 5 ends in the finals. Well, looking at the other sheets, we see it is 3-2 on sheet A. Team Osteen hanging on to a narrow lead over Henning. Over on sheet C, it is 5-3, with Honeyman taking a 2-point lead over Halliday. And then over
their 5th end right now, so we'll have an update sooner than anybody else. They're going pretty quick.
Absolutely. No need for deliberation over on sheet C. And then over on D, you see them wrapping up end number 5, still 5-3, with Buffington ahead of Chang. But there's only 2 stones left in end number 5 over on sheet D.
Push, go, push, 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 push.
Here.
Chris,
Miles still using his shots. At this point in the game, I'm usually throwing things through the house. I want to keep everything as open as possible to avoid absolute disaster. But the corollary to that is, you know, you've been playing well this whole time. Why change things up?
Right, just stick to what's been working. Point after point after point.
Yeah. So, yeah. As long as we hit the red on the right.
This is end of number 6 of the finals. Team Cohen looking to make something happen and get on the board. Sweepers trying to bring this one in. Not going to make it all the way to the house. Excellent effort by the Sweepers.
No, you're fine. You're shot. You jumped out.
Score update for you from sheet A. Looks like a 3-point end for Team Henning. So they will extend their lead 6-2 as they start the sixth end on sheet A.
And another score update on sheet D. Just hung up the 5th end for Team Chang. They scored 1. They were forced. But it brings the scores closer together. It's now 5-4. And that's Buffington over Chang. Buffington, of course, still enjoying the benefits of that 4-ender they had in the 4th end.
Back on our main event, heavy sweeping by Team Cohen brings their stone into shot position. It is a bit exposed, so we'll see how long it can last.
Wishart trying to just pick this one out of there.
Okay. What do we need? What's it there? Like almost 4, don't we? Yeah.
Sweeping for line.
Is it breaking hard enough? I know that.
Get a nice clean hit.
Very nice rock.
And not that it needed to, but the shooter stuck around as well. Team Miles is doing an excellent job of keeping those red stones out of the house.
I only started doing it like a month ago, but I've been.
Once again, Team Cohen trying to curl in. Take control of the house. They get a nice little bump off the back. Yellow, not shot.
We can just bop it. Come on, don't never off. I mean, if we're down to it, it's fine. Okay. Who shot? Us. Okay. All right, then you put one here. Sure. Yep. 4 or 5. I'd love to bite the 8th one, but that's all we need. Great. Perfect.
Really liking our new audio setup this year. We had a couple of members, one of them who is very experienced with audio processing, and we got a new piece of hardware in play here, so you can really hear what's going out on the ice with just a couple of ambient mics picking up that audio. not a whole lot of noise from the dehumidifier and other things. But thanks to Drew and Russ for setting that up for us earlier this year.
Absolutely, it's always great to hear some of the calls out on the ice. Get some of that excitement from the skips.
That's okay. That's okay. Nice try. We misjudged. Here or in? I like a 2. Yeah.
All right, stone rolling a little bit deeper than Team Miles intended. Still puts them sitting 2. But now with it behind the tee, Team Cone has an opportunity to use that stone to their advantage, to hit it and roll in. I'm not sure if the angles work out for them to hit it and roll in and that yellow spill out entirely.
Backline, back house, way, back.
But it looks like they're eyeing those guards anyways.
Nice and tight. Okay, go on. Get it down. Go. Yeah, go then.
Mike.
Okay, whoa.
Yep.
This way.
All right, taken out.
Yeah, I mean, the three's okay too, right?
That outside yellow, but just sort of replacing it with their own red.
We want to hit this side or this side. Okay. And run it back to the double. Over here, roll.
What's up, Daddy? Light. Yes. Where'd I have? I don't know. That's not my job.
Yes, coach it. Go 5. 3, 4. 4, 5. T.
Howard, stay close. Howard.
Yes.
Yell. Hard. Hard, we're gonna rub off this red. Hard, Chris, hold. Any roll on the yellow. Yes. That's not bad.
That's fine.
And another guard just making the prospect of scoring anything that much more difficult for Cohen here. Looking at all the options, trying to figure out how to get more than 1 point, ideally more than 2 or 3 points.
At this point, they need to be getting 3 per end if they're going to really mount that comeback.
No, 4, 5.
There.
T.
It all starts with taking control of the house.
Good throw, Chris. Great shot, Chris.
That is a good start.
Nose.
Getting a very nice draw, undercover.
Yeah, good chops. Control. Good job.
There's just a tiny bit of it sticking out. I wonder if they're going to try to hit it right on the edge. Another option for Team Miles is simply to ignore it and guard up, continue to guard the house. It doesn't really matter if they get 1.
Coming down to it and sitting on top is also a great option. Force them to 1. Really, 1 point is not going to help Cohen at this point.
Exactly. They just need to prevent multiple red stones from piling up in the house.
Yes. You're close. Keep going. Great shot.
They're sweeping hard, trying to bring that as far as they can.
Thank you.
Line is looking great.
And it's gonna,
Just a foot or so light, but really that's a great result. Cohen gonna have to ignore that side for the moment.
there's a lot of guards over on the left, but I wonder if it is possible to draw right down the line on the outside of each of those guards and get into the forefoot. It just might be possible.
We call that a reverse Christmas tree.
And they're setting up over on that side. Just got to get around the guards and hug the outside of each of those stones. Going all the way to the button.
Line's good. Sweep there. Hard, hard. Hard.
A little bit light. Sweepers are staying on it.
Yes.
It's going a
Oh, a little bit heavy. My mistake. Oh my goodness. That kept on going. That line was much faster than I anticipated. That stone is just barely hanging on the backside of the 12-foot. Well, the theory was sound.
I've done the outside bit. You weren't close last time. I don't even want to.
You know, in theory and practice are the same, but in practice, they're not.
Well, all right. Do we want to be aggressive? Type 4. Okay. Where were we?
Normal.
You just threw this. Yep. Throw back. Okay.
Folks in the warm room overhearing my little quip there. Thinking about it.
It's a chin scratcher.
Yes, straight.
Meanwhile, Team Miles not really concerned with that potential draw on the left. They want to seal things up over on the right.
I think this is hard. This is hard to fuck up.
Just as a reminder, we do not have a content rating on this stream, so you might hear some harsh words from our players. That is just how it goes.
You're just looking?
See, my plan was to ignore it and hope that no one noticed, but that's true.
Yes for line, yes for line, yes for line. Whoa. Chris, yes, Chris.
All right, this Yellowstone coming in. Looking for a nice tap. Oh my goodness.
What a beauty.
A beautiful little raise. Some very excellent control. Excellent teamwork with the sweepers for a very, very delicate shot. Getting Team Miles into scoring position.
How do you score if you have hammer?
All I really see is, again, that draw on the left.
Is it there anymore? I don't know if it curls enough to get around the button.
True.
Hard.
It's just so much slower over there.
I did not know that. Just high up nose. Yep.
Certainly no easy options for Team Cohen today.
Yeah, I think and Skinny would have been a little better because of some of the stuff they're looking at.
Yep. Yes. Honey.
I don't see anything else.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Team Cohen apparently has called a timeout for this shot.
Looks like they're debating a ricochet off that right side yellow. It's right at the border between the 8-foot and the 12-foot.
This might be their only opportunity for two. Just a slight redirection off that yellow, come across over top of the red, hit the other yellow, and you gotta have the shooter
Stick around.
stick right there, and then you get your two.
The yellow doesn't have to move very much. About a half stone would be enough.
Yep, get started.
All right. The shot is called. And here comes the stone. Ooh, hitting off the guard. And that's not going to change the math.
And we've got handshakes.
There it is, folks. Good curling.
8-0 final score. Well done to Team Miles. Sorry it wasn't maybe the game you were looking for in terms of the competition, but well done to Team Miles for playing as well as they did. They did not miss a whole lot throughout the game. And those folks are your 2023 Carolina Classic A event champions. Let's hop over to sheet D. Seems like the closest matchup so far.
Sure.
I'm dead. I want to take three.
We just finished up the 6th end and starting 7th end right now. It is 5-4. Let's get our names up. Just a minute to do that.
Draw. Go down!
Push it over! Hard! 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 Up!
All right, so it looks like in the 6th end we had Team Chang scoring 2, overtaking Team Buffington. So this is about as close as a curling game can get.
A lot of back and forth.
Yellow being up by 1 without hammer here in the 7th end. First couple of lead rocks in the house.
And in the warm room, a nice big round of applause for our A event finalists as they come off the ice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, I thought it was online. I wasn't going to start a question. Put one in the top. Yeah, put one in the top. Where are they going to get?
Never lacking for sportsmanship here at the Triangle Curling Club. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, I can put up.
Roll. So we take away that. Come on, boys, do it. Top part. Slow down.
Team Buffington looking to clear out this yellow rock.
Okay, line's good.
Yeah, pretty nice to
Nice hit.
two like that when you've got hammer. Now the question is, can you maintain that throughout the rest of the end? It's always tough to do. You can't roll out. You got to hit stick every shot. You got to hope they don't make a double at any point.
Well, these stones are nice and even, and they're nicely spread out. I don't see a double right here. So they're going to have to pick and choose which rock to take out. And that'll leave Buffington with at least one remaining. Clean hit. And the shooter will stick around. That's a pretty good result for Chang. They're still in the house. Got rid of a red, but that yellow isn't really a threat. It's not going to be the priority for Team Buffington, so they're probably just going to ignore it.
You know, I always see those if you have hammer and your opponent has a rock on the edge, those can always come back to bite you by taking away the blank opportunity. That's your force rock right there.
That's true.
Come on! Go!
Everyone jumping in to sweep this stone. He wants that as deep as possible.
Really nice draw, though. Looks like the double is there now if they want to go for it.
Well, it might get you.
It's a nice firm hit.
Roll all the way across.
Hit it hard.
Maybe half or a third of the rock.
Not the easiest shot, but I think the physics will allow it. You know, either way, you get rid of the shot rock. And if you pick up two, that's just a bonus. You get the hit, it's rolling over.
A little bit thin on that rock, that's okay.
An excellent attempt.
It's only the hammer team that cannot afford to roll out on any of their shots.
Oh, it's got to be on the inside, and it's not. On the outside. That's it.
I don't think we updated you on sheet A and sheet C.
We're done.
On sheet A, still quite a difference. It's a 3-point game between yellow and red. Yellow up 6-3. That's Osteen from Potomac up over hitting from triangle on sheet A. And then on sheet C, we just got handshakes. Did you catch which team is the winner? Looks like red.
Looks like red. That would be Honeyman taking win over Halliday in end number 7.
I'm taking a bunch. I'm taking like 5.
Over on sheet C, so congratulations to Team Honeyman.
So if you're watching the 4-sheet stream, we're going to jump over to just sheet D here. Let me get those names added for you real quick.
Yes. Go roll. Go roll it. Yes.
There you go.
All right. I'm glad you're here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to get any of these names up there. Everyone would just be red and yellow. All right, Team Buffington trying to get a split house here. So they can sit 2.
They've been holding this split for most of the end. So good on them for doing that.
Looks like that rock will settle. There you go. Good result.
Yeah, this double, I don't think this double is in the cards. It's just too far to go and a little too flat. But they are lining it up.
Here, you're good. You're not done the same weight though. I like you. Any preference on direction?
And if they don't get the double just rolling in enough to be shot,
You got normal or control?
would be helpful.
Yes! Come bumper. Yes!
Sweepers all over this one.
You're good.
But gets it right on the nose. Not much movement at all.
So once again, Buffington has a draw to the house to split it once again. They're looking for 2 in the 7th end. They've got hammer. 2 points will put them in the lead, and they'll either have to force and go to an extra or steal in the last
They can pick
end.
up a steal, yeah.
Hand up a bit. Push at the end. Easy. Here. Go.
Sweeper's got to bring this in. Has to outcount the yellows, and it does.
It's a good spot for it. There's a slash double there, but those are
Still
always
a
pretty
difficult
tough.
shot. Still, they managed to keep it, as second shot, far away from their other stone. That's all they really need in this case. Team Chang choosing to go for the front red, even though it's not shot. Maybe hoping to roll their shooter over towards their other yellows and have a nice little collection of potential points if they can get them to count at the end. Ooh, they do get the hit. And one red rolls out. Ooh, contact on the second, but not enough.
It might be second shot, though. It's really hard to tell. I think they're
eyeing it. It's hard to say from our seats right here. We'll have to see how it plays out. Still a very, very good shot. Even getting contact that far away was an excellent effort. Looks like the strategy from Buffington not changing much. They still want to split the house. I'm guessing Buffington feels like they are shot, which is why they're going for the split. Otherwise, they'd be trying to take out that yellow.
One's good, then. Whatever you think. Top 8. Top 8.
But with teams not being allowed to do any sort of measurement until the end of the end, if it's really close, you have to go with what your gut tells you. So we were trying to bring this in. Want to get full 8.
Another really
And
nice
they do.
draw.
sure on this one, but
Yeah. Chang not even looking at the slash this time, just going to be happy to get hit and stick on the shot rock.
This will be his last stone for the end. And a hit and stick would put him in shot position.
Whoa, whoa. Yep. You're gonna roll over on the guys. Yeah, well.
Right on the nose. Beautiful shot. So a nose hit on the shot rock would not be the shooter would not be in counting position.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good leave by Chang to make that happen. A lot of questions still rests on whether or not that red is out counting the yellow, biting the 8-foot.
I mean, obviously the draw for one is wide open, but that gives you a tie game without hammer. They really want to pick up 2. Looks like they want to hit the shot yellow on the outside.
Whoa. Yes, yes.
I wonder if they're thinking the red is not out counting the yellow and they have to hit the outside to
to potentially dislodge both.
Get this double.
Hit both yellows and stay shot 1, or potential 2, if nothing ricochets out and hits the red.
How much can you see?
Oh, that makes life much more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, try it. I like it. No harm in trying. We gotta run back, double it, or back double. Let's only give us one.
Yeah, I think they were looking at, hey, if you try to go for this double-like shot, is that back red going to act as a catcher for this yellow? Is it going to jam? They might,
It's possible.
looks like they're going for it anyway.
They are. Here it is.
Kind of a bet the farm on this shot here.
We got the yellow. We got the other yellow. And we got the red.
Oh, they were
my goodness.
right about that jam, and that is Dragonfect coming into play even before you have 2 rocks that are frozen. Dragonfect happens on every single hit.
The takeouts were beautiful, but the angles were just right to catch that yellow.
Let's jump over to sheet A where we have our other final. It's still ongoing. Let's see. Here we go. And I'll put the house on for you.
He wants us to wait.
I'll do the same on the other stream. Sorry, I'm like managing a couple streams here. There you go. So actually, Mark is standing in front of the scorecard for the yellow team. So it's actually, I believe, 6-3.
Throw it in.
I think you're right.
6-3 for Team Osteen.
Yep. As they wrap up end number 7.
Painting with hammer.
Final rock coming in now.
Is that right? Yeah.
They need to get around these guards, but
And they do.
ooh, very nice shot.
I don't.
But, oh
think
my
that was
goodness.
enough. Oh, that was so close.
Hoping for these biters to catch each team hoping their own biter will catch their own rock. It looks from here like red was shot. We'll see what they post. Yes, 1 point for Team Henning, which puts Team Osteen up by 2 with hammer going into end number 8. Very strong position.
All right, we're going to jump back over to sheet D.
And back
In fact,
on.
here's what we're going to do. If you're watching
Just going to do one of each.
One of the streams, we'll keep it on sheet A. If you're watching the other stream, that will jump over to sheet D. And we will be featuring, in other words, commentating the sheet D stream.
All right, so going into end number 8, we see Team Cheng leading Team Buffington 7-5. Team Buffington with hammer. They have to pick up at least 2 to force a bonus end. 3 to win.
As both sheets are in the last end, the time clock is irrelevant. So I will go ahead and close that out so nobody gets confused.
All right, early stones in the house for both teams.
I don't hate a center, as long as I hit a center. Did you promise me to lift this? Let's play the center. You're fine. That's fine. Throw the center. Big thing. Okay, we're narrow, guys. You're gonna go. Okay. A little bump is okay too. Same line. Pretty close. Okay. I'd rather it be in. It's over curling. No worries. Okay, yeah, go that. Bump.
Might end up with a little raise on their own yellow. And they do. Not bad.
This does give Buffington the opportunity to hit and try this strategy again of keeping the split house.
Sure.
There's that one extra yellow rock in the top 12 that could provide some annoyance for Buffington, but
But yeah, getting a split house is a pretty good position to be in.
maybe over curling here.
They got to hold it though. You know, that's looking like it's on the center yellow.
A little down on weight for this hit.
All right, pushes it into the back of the 8 foot. Not quite what they were looking for. That leaves Cheng's shot. Buffington at number 2. And now it's the flip. Now Team Cheng has a chance to take out a Buffington stone and sit with a split house. Except now they'll be sitting 3. If they can get this hit. Oh, narrow miss. Curled too much at the end. Bit of a lucky break for Team Buffington there. Now they get another chance to get the split. But can they capitalize on it? Trying to push this stone in. They want to get as much contact as possible. They get the hit off the yellow to yellow. It does give them split position, but that yellow is hanging on in the back.
I give you same ice. Same ice, normal.
Difficult to say which is shot from this angle, the red or the yellow. Either way, Team Chang looking to get rid of that red. They're sweeping for line. Oh, and again, just on the inside. And that red rock is untouched. All right, Buffington looking to curl a stone. Right on the button. And it is coming to a rest. It was a little bit heavy. Ends up next to the yellow. So with that nudge, puts Buffington at positions 1 and 2 in the house.
I actually like normal with that broom. I like normal with this broom. Worry about this jam.
All right. This is Team Chang's third attempt to get rid of this red rock. They snuck by it twice. That is a 3 times a charm.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Sweepers on it for line. And there it is. At long last, that stone has been removed.
Always mark. Gary, you're pushing it, Gary. Let it go. Yeah, go. It's straight. No, it lost the handle. You gotta go.
Buffington trying to get multiple stones into scoring position here. They do sneak by the guard.
Are by the guard. Back onto this yellow. They're sitting
Oh!
couple, I think.
Did they nudge their own red?
They may have nudged
behind the yellow, though. I thought it almost had enough curl to only contact the yellow, but it did hit the red first. Still, they do have that red frozen on the yellow. It will be hard to remove that, but there is room to put a yellow stone closer to the button and be frozen on the frozen rock. Just as a reminder, Team Buffington needs at least 2 points if they're going to stay alive. Oh, I think that is not shot. This is a battle of inches. over who can get control of the button.
And that's what the call is here. Draw down onto that button, into that pocket.
Plenty of backing. You really want to get all the way over the center line on this shot, though. Sweepers think it's a little heavy. They're staying away. And ends up with a little tap on the yellow. Still, it does put Buffington in shot positions 1 and 2, which they need, but that button is still open.
Yeah, absolutely. You can feel people breathing heavily and taking a deep breath.
Looks like Team Cheng is contemplating a freeze on that stone that was just thrown. That would cover the button and be difficult to remove. Only 4 stones left in end number 8. They're trying to push it center. And it's going to come and rest. Pushing that red stone back and taking its spot as shot rock.
Really nice rock, but maybe a bit too heavy. It puts those 2 reds back frozen against yellows, so Buffington can come in here with maybe a hack weight or so and hit that yellow off to the side. It's fine if it rolls off a red. The red's going to sit there. It's not going to move anywhere. But you got to get to the inside of that yellow.
Not an easy shot. But that is the call. They need 2 points, which means they have to move this yellow out of the way. This stone closer to center. It is hanging wide right now. End up hitting it kind of on the nose. They're taking a look. It looks like red is shot.
Red is shot, yellow with as a close second.
Yeah, I think you're right. But now, this is so close.
These ends where so many rocks are behind the tee line are just frustrating, because I always feel anything can happen with these kinds of ends, because everything is so close. Everything comes down to the ½ inch, the ¼ inch,
right,
millimeters here and there.
Your primary focus is hitting 1 or 2 stones, but then the ricochets happen. and the end result could be quite a bit different from your intention. One stone left each. From Team Buffington and Team Chang. Team Buffington with hammer. Currently sitting 1, and they need 2. Team Chang debating a guard. What do you think? How is Buffington going to get their second point in this situation? If they come in on the left, maybe they can hit the yellow back a little bit.
It's hard to say when there's going to be one more yellow rock to contend with.
If they can get enough curl coming down the right and bite a bit of the button, that could be their second shot. Because it looks like Team Chang is going for the guard over on the left side to protect their second shot rock.
There might also be enough space to hit and roll off that outside red.
Oh.
A little bit of a fumble on
slip.
The slide there. Looks like a pretty good recovery.
Excellent recovery. But how did that affect the trajectory of the stone? Sweeper's staying off it. Still looks pretty good for this guard. Just want to bring it a little bit more center.
We have a quick update for Sheet A. Looks like they're playing the 9th. That means that red scored there too. They stole 2 in the 8th end. Tie the game.
Well done by Team Hunting to get the tie. That'll give O'Sheen hammer going into end number 9. All right, back on Sheet D. Deliberations over the final stone for Team Buffington continue. They are sitting 1, and they need at least 2 to force the tie and also go into end number 9. So Trevor, you were saying a potential, hit off that third shot red?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's maybe 3 different ways to make this shot, and none of them are easy. Number 1 is you can tap the red that's in the top of the house, just tap that straight on back to the red behind it, and you sit 2 that way.
Yep.
Another option is to do this really flat hit and roll off the outside red, the one on the right side of the sheet there. Just roll
you'd have to hit that
shot.
really hard, but you potentially slide into the yellow, which would be perfect.
I think it's maybe too flat and too far to do that, but you can definitely get second shot out of this.
All right.
Another option is just a straight draw. You could draw around the red, around the right side, and just sit second shot that way.
You just have to bite the button. Anything on the button is enough.
Unfortunately, I think that yellow, that's second shot right now, I think it's just too frozen to the red to do anything about it. Although it's, yeah, I think that's tough to do anything about.
Yep.
I don't know if they're really looking for 3 here. And it looks like maybe that's the call. Maybe the call is to go through the port and come back on the shot stone. To hit that yellow. I didn't catch the full call there, so we'll see what.
That is a narrow port, but it is there.
If you throw like normal, it's not going to curl enough.
If they think there's enough room, if there's a small gap between the second shot,
Still working a little.
yellow, enough to move it out of the way. As long as they can sit 2, they're still in this.
Draw behind. Yeah! Yeah!
There it is, the last shot.
Really gotta go, Garrett! Go, Garrett, you got it! Hard!
Through the port.
Hard, Garrett, you got it!
And it is through. We have contact.
Oh my goodness, look at that. That is
1, 2, 3 points.
The tournament.
For Team Buffington. Handshakes all around. An incredible shot to close out this match.
Really wish we had a replay button for times like this. But if you want to see it again, you can hit the rewind button on YouTube. Watch it as many times as you want. What a great shot.
Oh, I'm sure Team Buffington will be rewatching it a few times in the next couple days.
And that C event goes to Buffington. Well done. Congratulations. We're going to switch back over to Sheet A for the last remaining game. Sheet A, here we go.
That's right. A tie game over on Sheet A between Osteen and Henning has forced an end number 9 tiebreaker. The final game, the final end of the final game of the 2023 Carolina Classic.
Sorry, did I say line and knee?
All right, we see stones getting peeled away in the house. Leaving it nice and open. Halfway through this 9th end, Team Osteen with hammer, so a big open house, and the hammer on your side is a pretty good formula if you're Team Osteen. And here in the warm room, a round of applause going out for our participants.
Draw. Draw. You want to peel? I'd be way happier with something in the house.
Henning trying to set up some guards. Osteen does not like that plan. They're looking to peel this away. Keep that house nice and open.
Really nice peel.
Excellent. They do not want those shooters to stick around out in front of the house.
Rather than be so happy for something to put one in the house at the end.
And the name of this game is just keep putting up that guard and hoping a peel becomes a hit and stick or a flash. So you need something to hide behind if you don't have hammer. Change up the position a little bit. If you see that they're good at throwing the peel in one spot, maybe move it a little bit. Just try to keep them going with something new every time. That's the best you can hope for. You got to assume your opponents are going to make their shots, so you got to make those shots as hard as possible. Another peel coming out. This one might be over curling a little bit.
It's on target, but going to hit nose to nose. So that yellow will stick around. To your point, that does give Henning a place to hide.
Team Henning being skipped by Amanda Brennan.
Down to the last 4 stones of end number 9. Looking to get safely behind these guards. Oh, looking a little light. Oh, a little late. Not able to get around.
That is okay. It's in the center. It can serve as an important guard for the last shot. Now Osteen wondering if they should just come around that guard and beat him to the center. Other option, of course, being going for the double peel.
Now, if they do, they really got to make sure they're in front of the tee line.
Absolutely.
Still some debate on the ice.
Contemplative, I think, is the word here.
It all comes down to this. 3 days of non-stop curling, and this is the last game for them. Every shot matters. Looks like they have decided on the draw to come into the house behind the guards.
Plenty of room.
George, not George. Curl.
Line is looking pretty good here. Oh, they
And-
lost
oh,
it. Maybe a little bit of
oh.
a pick there.
Well, it didn't have enough to force that red into the house, fortunately for them, but but that stone isn't really doing them any good either. One stone left each. For while Henning and Osteen debate their final shots, we have award ceremonies going on in the warm room. Applause going around for our winners. Gift baskets going out. Smiles all around. And a big, beautiful curling trophy for our A event champions. All right, back to the ice. Final stone for Team Henning. And number 9, trying to get into the house under guard.
Got to get by this guard.
Sweepers all over it.
Line is looking good. They want to curl it a little
They
more.
get by, just needs to settle. Very nice. A little bit far back.
Yeah, I mean, this is as much as you can hope for without Hammer throwing these tiebreaker ends. You know, you play as well as you can to get that steal, but often the last rock, it comes down to the last rock. Skipper's got to make a shot.
That's right. Comes down to this. Henning sitting 1. Osteen has to get inside. Got to get through the port. And if he can rest on the forefoot, that'll be that.
Slow claps are starting in the warm room.
They have backing here, which is nice.
Got a curl.
But it's hanging out a bit.
Got a curl.
It's coming in.
It's
both skip sweeping.
I think it's red.
And the red stone hangs on. And there are the handshakes. Team Henning is the winner. Congratulations to Team Henning and Team Osteen for putting up a fantastic fight.
What a final. What an event. Thanks again to everybody who tuned in. Really appreciate the comments. And if you would like to come to Triangle Curling for a Bonspiel, we will be hosting our over-under September 21st through the 24th. And that Bonspiel is kind of like a 5 and under, but only 2 of your team has to be under 5. The others can be whatever. And then we have a mixed doubles spiel, November 3rd. 3rd through the 5th, I believe. So put those on your calendar. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you next time. My name is Trevor Gao.
And I'm Zakai Siegel. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the 2023 Carolina Classic from Triangle Curling. See you next time.